Vita Forever Necrobi.
Hey, Mad Catter! So there's this huge party going on, and I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to come over and burn down an orphanage, or slice open a piñata, you know, the usual party stuff.
Orphanages, piñatas, that's all well and good, but will there be tea?
Well, I mean, we have spiced Kool-Aid if you would like some.
Spiced Kool-Aid? Well, what about rum, or whiskey, or Irish car bombs, or Tokyo teas, AMFs? Will there at least be chai, or Bengal spice?
Well, I've never been the tea party kind of dog, Catter. Nobody would invite me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Raggedy. I'll invite you to a tea party and you can bring some rum. That being said, maybe I'll go to your little shindig. Sounds like it could be fun, but if I do, there'll be a lot more than punch.
Yeah, I'll be sure to stock up on those Bengal whiskeys or Tokyo tar bombs or whatever. You know what? I think I'm gonna try Quipster Puck instead. He's always down for a good party, and he and I go way back, like a couple centuries or so. Let's just see what he's up to.
Hello?
Hey, Quipster Puck! I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time because it's my 100 subscriber special!
Oh, hey, Anzy! How have you been? You're sounding a little bit raggedy. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, no party's complete without you. So, how about we sacrifice a couple of goats and we drink from their bleeding skulls, you know, just like old times. I named him Theodore.
Anzy! You know how much I love goats. I would love to. But now is not the best time. I'm still trying to get used to this new body and haven't gotten all of my strength back yet for traveling. I also gotta figure out what to do about Dale's bones before somebody finds them. You know, devouring them is always the easy part. It's getting rid of the bones that's troublesome.
But I even killed a raccoon and stuffed him full of candy.
Anzy, you know I would if I could. I'm just not myself yet. I'm actually having to use potions for some of my spells lately. I haven't had to do that since I was 500 years old in the back of the class, passing notes with Zozo. You know, banishment really takes a lot out of a guy.
Yeah, I suppose it would. Well, don't turn anyone inside out like you did last time. I still have nightmares about what you did to that poor Hungarian bedcrawler.
Hey, he had it coming. Just because you're a bed crawler doesn't mean you can crawl in bed with just anybody. If he had done that to you, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be the only one with stitches. Don't think I don't know about that pair of rusty scissors you keep under your pillow. I have talked to Boogie. Last time he tried peeping on you through the closet, you nearly put his eye out. I'm sorry, doll. I do wish you the best, though.
Hey, pal! It looks like you're in a good state for partying, which is great because I'm having this party around here. So would you like to come and hang out with these totally real and not made up guests that I have here?
Look, you don't need to make excuses to drink alone. I totally get the desire to drink in non-social... social... Look, you don't need friends around to get wasted.
Exactly! So let's not waste this great party that we have going on over here.
Which one of you said that? There's like 3 of you right now. Oh god. It's happened. Mankind reproduces through mitosis now.
What's the point? Well, these calls are overrated anyway, so let's try.
Sorry, Anzy, I can't come. There's a Three Stooges marathon on today.
Spades of Death can't come to the phone right now. Please leave your message after the scream. Hey, you think she bought it?
I can't show up because I'm I'm sick.
Hey, Anzy. Look, I'd love to go to your party, I really would. But, I was murdered yesterday. I died. I am dead. So, the doctor told me not to go to parties if I'm dead. So, maybe next time, yeah.
Hey, Raggedy. This is Maury. Just wanted to let you know that while I'd love to do this collab with you guys, something came up. I don't know how to really explain it, but actually, you know what? I don't really have a reason that I can't do it. I just don't care about it. So, yeah, you'll have to find somebody else. Sorry. Talk to you later.
Shut the fuck up, Theodore! Hi everyone, my name's Raggedy Anzy. Well, I'm just not feeling my spooky self. I had this whole party set up for everyone. I had face painting, purification treatments, and we would dance in the woods to some of the dark spirits that live down below. So, change of plans. We're having a great party now. It's called a pity party. What's great about that? There's only room for one. Well, while you're here, I suppose that we should read a story together. And what better way to start out than with a classic? This story's about a group of adults that are, shall we say, reminiscing over an old TV show that they had really wished had stayed forgotten.
Does anyone remember this kids show? It was called Cove, and I must have been 6 or maybe 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m.
It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave, talking to a little girl.
Yes. Okay. I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls. Real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll. He looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though.
Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean, Skyshale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, or whatever that station was. My mum would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove. It was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughingstock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate, because he got scared too easily. And there was Calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name, Janice or Jade or something? I think it was Janice.
Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the Laughingstock and Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Ed Wynn voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that talked.
I remember now. Do you remember this part, Skyshaw? You have to go inside.
Ugh, Mike. I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on the Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. With his two eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw and that fishing line that opened and closed it. Ooh, it just looked so cheap and awful. You guys remember that villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache above really tall, narrow teeth.
I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when this show was on. Nightmare fuel.
That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the mustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too. It was on top of his mustache. I used to think that meant he had only one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette. The Skin Taker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then.
Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings, just a dirty skeleton, wearing that brown top hat and cape. And his glass eyes that were too big for his skull. Christ almighty.
Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin?
Yeah. I think so. Remember? His mouth didn't open and close. His jaw just slid back and forth. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Taker didn't look at the girl, but at the camera and said,
"To grind your skin."
I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory. A bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended. The show faded in from black and all the characters were there, but the camera was just cutting to each of their faces. And they were just screaming. And the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically. And just all screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she had been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it.
I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode.
No. Not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally just standing in place, crying and screaming for the whole show.
Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed.
Oh God, yes. The little girl, Janice. I remember seeing her shake, and the Skin Taker screaming through his gnashing teeth, his jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off his wire hinges. I turned it off, and it was the last time I ever watched. I ran to tell my brother, and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on.
I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kids show, Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and asked why. And she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, "I'm gonna go watch Cove now, Mom." And then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show.
Well, wasn't that fun? I love classic internet stories. It's kind of funny, because my voice kind of sounded like other narrators for some reason. Well, I wonder why that is. But stay tuned for the next few parts. I hope that I'll see you soon because, well, I'm sure no one else will.
You know what? I think I'm gonna try Quick's for... It doesn't even matter if I flub.